Amen. Please be seated for a moment. Rose, that's not you. Come on up.
Good evening. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Rose Worth, and for those of you who do know me, you know that I am terrified right now beyond measure. I'm not a public speaker. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about our food bank here at St. Matthew's. The food bank began in 1991, and in the early 90s, I was treasurer for about 4 years. At the beginning, we drove to Oklahoma City and picked up food from the regional food bank, brought it back, and they actually started on the stage, is where they had their very first food bank, until they closed in the pavilion behind the church. And then Merle Humble was running it at that time. At his passing, we needed somebody to step up that knew a little bit about computers, which I know very little, but I knew more than the people that were there. So we stepped in, and I've been running the food bank now for 17 years. We are in dire need of volunteers that can lift. We need people who can lift 40 to 50 pound boxes of meat. Those of us that volunteer out there now, none of us are able to do the lifting. And the only way to keep our food bank open is to enable to have us to get some volunteers. In the coming weeks, we are going to put a sign-up sheet out in the back of the church and ask for people to volunteers for different times when the food bank is open. I have a letter inside the bulletin, and it goes through the days of the month that we're open. It's only 4 days a month. It's not a whole lot of time each day, but without those volunteers, we can't stay open. There's just no way. I can't do the lifting anymore, and face it, our volunteers are all elderly. So unless we get some volunteers, we won't be able to stay open. But I do want to say thank you to every volunteer we've ever had at the food bank. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up, Rose. She was not happy with me when I asked her to do this, but I'm glad and grateful that she came and talked about the importance of getting some more volunteers for our food bank. She approached me about 6 weeks ago about the idea of we may have to close down in the future months, if not years, if we don't get enough people to help volunteer, and even possibly someone to help take over as a volunteer coordinator or to help take over so that Rose can retire. Because she's not going to be able to do this forever. So if you're interested at all, please come talk to myself, talk to Rose. I'll talk to anybody that's ever worked at the food bank. It is a great apostolate that we do here for the area, because it's not just for Elk City. People from Canute, Merritt, Sayre, Cheyenne, everyone really in the area here benefits from it. And I can't tell you how amazing it's been for the people in the area. When I moved here a year ago, I talked to a police officer. Don't worry, I wasn't getting pulled over. I talked to a police officer at the golf course, or the putt-putt golf course, and he said, "Are you the new priest at St. Matthew's?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Thank you." I said, "I haven't done anything, I just got here." "No, thank you to the parishioners there, because they do such amazing things that other churches aren't able to do. We know we can always count on Rose and St. Matthew's to help take care when our community is in need." So please continue to keep them in prayers. And if you're able to volunteer and able to step in for a couple of those days, again, it's only 4 days a month, a couple hours on those days, please let us know. Also, on Monday, we are beginning a Bible study. We started this last week. It'll be every Monday. It's from 4 to 6 p.m. for women. Potluck-style dinner, bring sides, desserts, or drinks, and we do have childcare provided. Fish fry is every Friday during Lent from 5 to 7. I believe we had 371 customers last night, something like that. It was a great first week, especially considering I think Merritt and a couple of the other schools were playing ball. So we didn't even get everybody in yesterday, but it was a great opportunity. And following the fish fry, we will have Stations of the Cross every Friday here in the church as well. March 23rd, which is a Wednesday evening, we'll be having server practice at 5:30. Final announcement, this Wednesday we will be having child catechesis like normal. There will be no adult class this Wednesday because there is a meeting at Clinton's Parish at St. Mary's at 6:30 p.m. The diocese is starting the Synod of Synodality, basically starting a listening session at different parishes in different regions for how we can continue to grow and some of the needs that are needed for the years to come. So that is this Wednesday night at 6:30. All adults are encouraged to go. I will be there, so I won't be here this Wednesday. I'll be out at St. Mary's in Clinton on Wednesday at 6:30. And if you're interested at all, please let me know. If you want more information, let myself or the office know. We'd love to see as many of you guys out there as we can this Wednesday. Please stand.